Holy tzaddikim and tzaddikot. Hope everybody is doing great. Okay, so obviously the news of the day, besides for the fact that today is September 11th, it is the 24-year anniversary of the horrendous day, September 11th, 2001, when almost 3,000 Americans were killed in Twin Towers. Obviously, yesterday also, we got some difficult news of the assassination of a very influential and powerful man, Charlie Kirk, who I'm sure all of you heard of and know of. And I've been asked a bunch, what's the response? And so, I don't know, I look in the Torah. That's where we look. That's where we get our guidance. That's where we get our advice. That's where we get our instructions for life. And this week's parsha begins with the mitzvah of bikkurim. Bikkurim is when someone is planting fruits in their fields. And after years and years of working the land and toiling, and finally the fruits arrive, there is a special mitzvah to dedicate and donate the first fruits to God, to bring them to the temple. Why? Why? Why do we have to do that? In fact, I can ask the question even more. The first fruits are not necessarily the best ones. We should dedicate the best fruits towards God in the Beit HaMikdash. Why is it the first fruits? And I believe the answer is as follows. That many, many times in life, we can totally focus on ourselves and our own effort and what we do and our own conviction and our own level of dedication. And it's all about me, and whatever I do or whatever I don't do, that determines my success. But the mitzvah of bikkurim is the concept of first and foremost realizing that it's not all for me, and that I received blessings, I've been influenced, I've been helped, in this case when it comes to bikkurim, from God. And so before anything, I just need to say thank you, because I could not be successful without God. What does that have to do with Charlie Kirk? So I think the same thing is true. I think for a lot of us, we've been influenced for the positive by this very, very influential person. Someone who spoke a lot about conservative values, the value of God, the value of family, right? The value of dedication and open dialogue. And if you've been influenced positively by this, so of course we should have a sense of hakarat tov, of being thankful for that. I'm not here to talk politics. This is not about politics. This is about being thankful. When a person loses their life in such a terrible and tragic way, so the first thing is obviously could be a sense of sadness. But you start to think about the appreciation that you have for the positive influence that he has. Now, I think it's also a perfect segue into all the things that we've been posting in the last few days. Israel XP is running a big, big fundraising campaign, all in. And it's the same concept. If Israel XP has had an influence on your life in a positive way, so this is your chance to really show a sense of dedication, of appreciation. And not just to show it, but to dig deep. See, we're not just trying to increase the amount of donors, right? That more and more people should give, all in, everybody all in. But we're also trying to increase the amount that's being given. It's tough. We know that. So we're trying to give it incentive. That's why we have this whole special edition alumni merchandise to incentivize. To give at least $360. If you can give more, $500 or $1,000. If you can give more, $1,800 or more. If you're working, if you're capable to give. And you can have incredible merchandise you have in the flyers that I'm sending to you. But it's not about the merchandise. It's about the appreciation. It's about being able to look outside of yourself and say, my success in life, the good things in my life are not just for me. I look towards God to be appreciative. And I look towards those who have had an influence on me, a positive influence on me. And I want to give back and say thank you. And that's what this campaign is all about. It's about being appreciative of everything. And that's why we're asking everybody to be all in. Just like when we bring the first fruits, the bikurim, a sense of appreciation, so too all of us to give back as best as you can, as much as you can to Israel XP. Be all in with us. And B'ezrat Hashem, we're going to be successful. The campaign officially starts on Monday, this coming Monday, but there's no reason to wait. If you're able to give, already start giving. Let's get the momentum going, get your friends. You don't have to, if it's too hard for you, ask your parents, ask your grandparents, right? When it comes to the merchandise, it doesn't have to just be money that you can give yourself. It can be anything you can bring in from friends or family as well. And let's do it together. Let's be all in. Wishing all of the holy tzaddikim and tzaddikot, Shabbat Shalom.